Welcome to Manifest Like a Powerhouse, where science-backed tools meet proven results and manifestation becomes a clear, repeatable process so you can create the life you want with confidence. Let's dive in.
Welcome back to Manifest Like a Powerhouse. I'm Tammy Jo.
And I'm Anita, and today we're going to switch things up.
Yeah, because today you're not teaching, you're telling.
Yeah.
We're diving into your story, your whole story, from the fear you were raised in to the powerhouse you've become.
Yeah. This one is personal. It's raw, but it's also the reason why I'm here and why I teach manifestation the way I do.
Yeah. Let's start at the beginning. You weren't raised thinking about what you wanted to be when you grew up. You were raised thinking the world was ending.
Yes, this is true. I was raised in what most people would consider a cult. Yeah. A little backstory here. My parents immigrated from Holland in the 60s, and I was not born long after. And when I was about 5, my parents divorced. My mom eventually remarried, and that's when everything changed for us. Her new husband had been in a dark place. He was addicted to drugs and suicidal, but he turned things around after finding a religious magazine that had been left on our doorstep. So he ended up cleaning up his life, and he convinced my mom to marry him, and together they fully embraced this new religion. And from that point on, I was told that the world was going to end, and soon. And only people in this religion were going to survive. Everyone else, my teachers, my friends, people at the grocery store, were all considered doomed.
Yeah. How did that affect you as a child?
Well, it stripped away the possibility for me to imagine or think about a future. Right? There was no future. The world was going to end. So I wasn't taught to think about college. That was never spoken about, or careers. I was just taught to be subservient, follow the rules, and help to save others. Yeah, because I always saw the good in everyone. Of course, my teachers, my friends, even strangers. My expectation was that I would also die when the end came. Yeah, I mean, how could I be better or more deserving than them? It just didn't make sense. I couldn't make that come together. Why would a loving God save me but not them? Right. So because of that, I grew up assuming when the world ended, I would die too.
Yeah. Did you carry that belief into your adulthood?
Yes, I did. And I didn't even realize how much it shaped my life until much, much later. I dropped out of high school as a junior. I didn't go to college because, of course, I thought the world was going to end and I was going to die, and we weren't taught to do that. I wanted to rush and experience everything, so I got married young. I became a young mom. A couple of years later, I got divorced. I was just surviving, working long hours. I was exhausted all the time, and I was still waiting for the end to come.
But the end never came.
No. Right.
Right?
Yes, exactly. So one night when I got home from work, I was about 28 years old at this point. I got home from another long day on my feet, and I lied on the couch. My son Grayson was playing outside, and I had this epiphany. I thought for the first time, wow, I am 28 years old and I'm still alive. I was supposed to die when I was 4. Well, actually, first I was supposed to die when I was 11. Then again, I was supposed to die at 14.
Wow.
And here I am. I'm still here. I had outlived every predicted date of destruction. So then I started asking myself new questions like, wow, what if I get to live for another year? What if I get to live for another 5? And then for the first time in my life, I asked myself, what if the world isn't going to end? And so from there, I had the thought, what if my life is a gift and it's to be used up?
The what ifs.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So that moment changed everything. The very next day, Tammy Jo, I enrolled in a community college. didn't have a roadmap. I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing, but I knew one thing. I had to stop waiting, and I had to start living like there was a future. So just that one choice, setting an intention to start living my life, was the spark that lit the fire. It was the moment that I stopped surviving and I started creating. And while I didn't know it at the time, that was the beginning of me manifesting deliberately, on purpose.
And what happened after that?
Well, I kept going. I had one class turned into a degree at a junior college, and then over the next 15 years, I earned my BS, I earned my executive MBA from Pepperdine. I built my career going from high school dropout to CEO.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
I was rebuilding my life on purpose.
You were manifesting before you had words to put to it.
Yes, yeah,
Wow.
100%. That is very true. But here's my truth. Even when I was manifesting results, I still didn't fully understand how it worked. And I do remember watching The Secret. You remember that one?
I do remember The Secret,
And I
yes.
remember feeling excited, but also disappointed at the same time, almost frustrated. The idea that you could just think positive and your dream house, car, promotion would just show up out of thin air. It just puzzled me.
Yeah.
And it just made me quite frustrated. I have learned that I'm a very literal person, and I need to understand how things work. So after I wrote my first book, it's a memoir, Greater Than Grateful, I went all in and I started studying energy and quantum physics, frequency, neuroscience, so I could understand the actual mechanics of manifestation, the real how behind the results. And that's when, again, everything changed. Once I understood the science behind manifestation, how atoms, energy, frequency, and thought interact with the universe, that's when everything truly clicked. I discovered the science behind manifestation. And when I understood how it works, how your thoughts, emotions, and those frequencies interact with the universe in reality, then I could stop guessing. And I started manifesting with clarity and certainty, because then I knew that the life I wanted wasn't just possible. It was just waiting for me to create it. So that's what I teach now in the Science of Attraction and the entire Invitation series.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is really amazing. So let's talk about Greater Than Grateful. It's not just a memoir, it's a blueprint, correct?
You could look at it like that. It's the full story. I walk through everything from being raised in this doomsday mindset to finding the courage to live and step out and build a life of freedom. It's real, it's raw, and it's proof that manifestation isn't magic. It is science and strategy. Yeah.
And then you expanded the blueprint with the science of attraction and the art of attraction, and now the quantum attraction.
Yes, I do love manifestation, and
Yes,
I do
you
love
do.
knowing how it works. And I differentiate it this way. Greater Than Grateful is the why, and the Invitation series is the how. Again, for me, knowing the mechanics of the how propels my manifestation process exponentially. And once you understand how the manifestation works in a very literal way, then I'm telling you, everything becomes possible. Because once you decide to live, once you set that intention, like I did, your future gets into motion, and it doesn't wait for you. It doesn't wait to be handed to you. It's waiting for you to create it.
Yes. So for the listener who maybe feels stuck or afraid, like it's too late, what would you say?
Oh, I will say I was you, and I know the way out. Not because someone rescued me, and I remember thinking back in the day,
Yes.
oh, someone will come and rescue me,
Right.
but that was not the answer. I figured out the process, and once you learn it, you are free. You stop waiting for your life to begin, and you start living it with support, with tools, with expectation, with knowing. Manifestation of everything that you want is possible, and it's not magic. Again, it is science. And by the way, I didn't start my MBA until I was 40. So let me just tell you, it's
Great.
never too late to start anything.
Yeah. Anita, thank you for sharing all of that with us. I know this wasn't easy.
Thank you, Tammy Jo, for holding space. I hope someone hears this and knows you are not broken. I wasn't broken. We are powerful. Every one of us are so powerful, and let's get ready. Let's do this.
If you want to go deeper into Anita's full story, grab her book, Greater Than Grateful, on Amazon. We'll link it below. And check out her full invitation series to start with manifesting with confidence. Yes. Any closing words you'd like to say?
Yeah. The life you want, it's not just possible. It is literally waiting for you to create it. You are a creator. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Take care.
You've been listening to Manifest Like a Powerhouse. Follow and subscribe for more tools, more clarity, and next level results, so you can stop guessing and start manifesting like a powerhouse too.